Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Those eyes. Those eyes.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Good
He
lord.
became a Super Saiyan.
Yep.
Hey, undercover, Agent Sanders. I've been telling you for a while. Sir, please. No, no, no! Pull over the car! Pull it over now! Pull over the car! I'm not gonna ask you again. Yeah, we got it. He's rolling down Interstate 15. He's northbound. Pull over the car. Hey, roll. I got the car. Pull over.
I don't think I've ever heard of a kid dying of laughter so hard like that until now.
Between you and Daniel, who do you think would be able to pull that off with like a little kid?
It'd probably be between you and Daniel.
Me? I was asking if it was like you and Daniel.
Oh, well, in that case, it's just Daniel then.
I'm now just picturing like, I don't know, like you somehow settled down, Daniel has become an uncle, and he's just like this with your kid in like the driver's seat of your vehicle. Actually, do you have a driver's license?
We both do, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just level 86. I'm just picturing it's just you with a kid, and then the kid's like in like the driver's seat. Daniel's playing officer and causes the kid to laugh because he's trying to like apprehend him.
Hey, Amorous, can I have some of those supplements that let Pokemon fly? Why do you want them? 'Cause I want to fly! And why do you want to fly? 'Cause flying sounds like fun! I don't follow you. Permission to use flying supplements denied. Oh, come on! You're such a wet blanket. I want to go flying on Magmortar. Magmortar. That's absurd. I believe that was the discussion you were talking about some time ago. Where
Well, that was what Rio was talking about.
Oh, it was Rio? I thought it was you. But just to imagine Magmortar using those frickin' thruster
The arm cannons.
Yeah, the arm cannon as frickin' thrusters. It'd be funny. Here you go, Black Cross. Thanks for the good time. Make a whole bunch of Make a whole bunch of super spicy sandwich with those, okay?
God damn it. I'm just reminded of the scene from Sailor Mouth where it's like, oh hey, I think I know what that means. That's one of those sentence enhancers.
Sentence enhancers?
You use them when you want to talk fancy. You just sprinkle them over anything you say and whammo! You got yourself a spicy sentence sandwich!
I didn't even think of that. Let's see.
Oh, I get it. Let me try. Hello, Patrick. Lovely day we're having, isn't it?
Why, yes it is, SpongeBob. This day is particularly lovely.
How right we are, Patrick.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh, that actually looks good on you.
That does. That's really good. I like it.
I I've been told that the students here at Blueberry Academy voluntarily take active roles in various committees, and even run the school. Help even run the school. I suppose it's fitting that at a new school like this, one would also be so boldly experimental. I admit, though, that I personally have my doubts about saddling students with such responsibilities. It seems a rather great burden to place on them when they're still so young.
Go on.
Well, youth is the only period of life in which one may indulge in play without care in the world. In that sense, I worry about you too, you know. Please do take care not to overburden yourself with the expectations of others. But I do apologize. As I get older, I seem more prone to offering unsolicited advice. Right, solicited.
Unsolicited?
Unsolicited. Thank you. One of the very few times I had to be the one to tie the pronunciation.
You'd be like that.
You know, I honestly think that people give Lance too much flack for his Pokemon team.
How so?
Like, a lot of people mention how he's supposed to be like a dragon tamer, yet half of his team is flying type.
Yeah.
Like, he has 2 Dragonites, both of them under level, a Charizard, and an Aerodactyl.
Even his culture's not that. I mean,
And in defense, when Gold and Silver initially came out, there was only like 2 Dragon-type lines. Kingdra
Yeah.
and the Dratini family.
But even still.
I mean, at least in Heart Gold Soul Silver, they updated his team to include more Dragon-types.
Yeah.
In the rematch. Gyarados is a fitting Pokemon indeed. I would expect no less from you. Oh yeah, Gyarados was on his team as well. I think it's mainly because of Lance's team that people think that Gyarados and Aerodactyl should have been Dragon-type.
Yeah. Like what?
I mean, if you ask me, Gyarados fits more with the Flying type than it does with the Dragon type because, like, there's this one bit of the cart jumping over a waterfall bit that everybody seems to overlook. Yeah, the cart jumping a waterfall becomes a dragon, but if it's abusing its power, its status as a dragon is revoked, and instead becomes a flying serpent. And then Aerodactyl, everybody just says it should be dragon because it's dinosaur.
No, he's a fossil for a reason. I like him being rock. It suits him better.
Oh, who said he'd have to replace the rock type?
Well, the rock and flying. Just keep him both. I like them both. I don't like the dragon.
There are so many superficial typings out there that I just do not understand. Such examples being Flygon being a bug dragon, Luxray being electric dark, Golduck being water psychic.
I remember. When I was younger, I used to thought he was a water psychic.
Lugia being a water type just because it has domain over the oceans.
Yeah.
Even though Kyogre pulls that off a lot better, in my opinion. Don't at me.
Yeah, his dex fits more than with psychic and flying rather than water. I mean, he lives there, but he's known for making like lots of tornadoes and
just
stuff.
because something lives in the water doesn't mean it should be water type. By that logic, every single land-based creature Pokemon should be ground type. I have similar disdain about the people who think that Flygon should have been a bug dragon just because it's an antlion. Not even just that. There are several Pokedex entries for Flygon that mention that it has the ability to create sandstorms. Why in the fuck would you want to give it a type that is actively hindered by sandstorms?
Max on fire again.
Like, haha,
Like,
sandstorms.
the only thing that would save it is if, like, you give it, like, Magic Guard or something. Or whatever the name of that ability that prevents it from taking damage in, like, weather that does damage to Pokemon. Basically, the ability that acts as a built-in safety goggles.
Yeah.
Millie, that was your cue to help me out with figuring out the ability name.
Oh, what happened? I'm sorry, I don't know.
What's the name of the Pokemon ability that prevents Pokemon from being damaged by hail and sandstorms?
Ooh, I forgot what that one was. I need to check.
uh,
I'm here now. Hi, I was in a call with another friend.
Okay.
See, one's Magikarp, the other one, it looks like Overcoat.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, we're just talking about how I do not understand why people would want to give Flygon the bug type.
No, what Millie was talking about with the type, with the,
No, that's part of what she was talking about.
Wait, what?
He was talking about how people wanted Flygon to be Bug and Dragon. Yet its Dex talks about how to make sandstorms and such, and it wouldn't make sense if it constantly has to go through sandstorms, being Bug and Dragon.
Well, another issue that I can see with that is the fact that its primary typing is ground.
That shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it does, because it's how
it really shouldn't.
Have you seen how Mega Aggron works? It loses the rock typing, which is the secondary. Regardless, Charizard loses flying typing, the secondary changes to the dragon. Mewtwo gains the secondary typing.
The type change isn't dictated by the secondary typing.
Yes, but the trend is the secondary typing changes.
Fuck the trends.
Unfuck the trends. Unflips your table. Anyway.
Oh boy. Schools are such fun places, aren't they? I've never been to school and classes and stuff before. Okay. Hang on. My brain just realized that, hang on a second. She's never been to school or any of the classes. What made her qualified as an Elite Four member?
That is what a lot of people do not care about her for being an Elite Four status.
Here's the answer: nepotism.
Bro caught Gauss' Pokemon and started cooking too early.
Oh boy.
I still say that the reason why she's a member of the Elite Four is because the Elite Four altogether represents age, because Poppy's the youth, Rika is the early adolescence,
Young
Larry
adult.
is middle age, and then Hassel is the elderly.
Yep, dang well, most of us became champions when we first played Pokemon.
And then we have Gita, who does nothing in the plot other than hand you a CD. She literally does nothing other than that's important to the plot. God damn it.
The only thing he does is
Leon had more significance to his story than her.
Oh my god, please don't insult Leon like that.
Even that lady who's only here for the DLC was more interesting than her.
Ow.
Yeah, because everyone thought she was evil, and when she was just literally autistic coded.
Yeah, and I love her for it.
I have gotten so sick of people, like, Generation 7 absolutely ruined character development in subsequent games, because everybody thinks there's going to be a twist villain now.
Can you blame them?
I mean, Lysander was kind of a twist villain.
And I am!
Lysander was kind of a twist villain, because they didn't like immediately state that he was evil.
After Gen 7, not Gen 6.
I know, but what I'm saying is like Lysander was kind of a twist villain before that. And even before that, we had N and Getsus. Well, Getsus was obviously evil, but
I kind of put the pieces together for Lysander. I mean, look at him.
I mean, yes, he does look like a giant flaming Dorito, just like the rest of his team. Yes, that is correct. N was a cool twist villain because you didn't realize he was a villain until
Yeah, he was a tool.
Yeah, but even then, also, I never really watched any of the ads for Black and White because I never was able to purchase it, and I never really because that was the one generation my mom didn't let me get, and now that's the one I'm obsessed with. The irony.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm still sad because I lost my Black and White cartridge and I can never find it again.
I have my Black 2 cartridge and my White cartridge,
Yeah,
but I bought those secondhand for $40 each from a GameStop. I am so happy I have those.
I'm just glad that Game Freak is skipping Gen 5.
Okay,
I don't know. We have our Gen 5. It's the DLC.
True. Scarlet Violet DLC. Hey. At least we got the WoW battle theme.
And the trainer battle theme.
Yeah.
At any rate, all the classrooms and the teachers is so exciting.
Ooh, Littlefoot's level 100.
Do you think I'll ever get to go to school like other kids?
I forgot we were on this tangent.
Oh yeah. Poppy does not get to go to school. She is forced into child labor.
I don't.
Lord.
I don't see
Okay,
why not.
here's my headcanon.
Oh gosh.
She's homeschooled.
No, she's being forced to work at the Elite Four. Let's be real.
This
Saying
is just
child labor.
what I consider a headcanon. There is nothing that you could do that'll change it.
This is funny. Child labor.
Yeah. I just think that the funny child labor is a good joke.
Hey Millie, we were talking about this earlier. What's a Pokemon that you wish was part of the Scarlet and Violet in-game roster?
Oh, ooh, that's a hard one.
I didn't want to do that.
I understand. I didn't get to read the rest.
I did not mean to back out all the way like that. That gets annoying after a while.
Alright.
I don't know, to be honest.
You know what's a Pokemon that I kind of wish to see added into a mainline game again?
Which one?
Skitty.
Yeah, when was the last time Skitty appeared?
I don't count Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Oh no, I'm not counting that. I'm like mainline games, not counting the remix.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Dang.
You made sure that wasn't a subflora that,
Yeah, I made certain.
Alright.
Yeah, because I had that in a separate box.
You know what's a palette that I kind of wish Sunflora looked like in its shiny?
What's that?
What color?
Are you familiar with red sunflowers?
Red sunflowers. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Honestly, I would have been so. It would have been so better. If I
Wow.
was
Like, this alone would have made Sunflora shiny all the better looking. Because, like, right now, if I pull up the render of it, I shit you not, this is literally the difference between normal and shiny Sunflora.
Not really that extravagant. It's like a paler version almost. Or at best a desert flower if you wanted to go that extreme.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
there's also
sunflower.
blue sunflowers?
Well, let's take a look at it then. A blue one?
Yeah, but I think I might have liked the red a bit more.
But yeah, I definitely see what you mean by having the different color sunflowers. It definitely would make more sense.
Oh, wow, the center of this thing is almost hypnotic.
Oh, I want a blue sunflower now. Is that bad? I want a blue one. That is pretty.
That would be exactly.
I'm normally a red guy, but the blue one on this one is very pretty. I do like it. Actually, I mean, obviously they're probably not going to do anything like this, but this is something that I've actually would have liked
Don't
for
remind me
them.
of Sunkern.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, again, desert flower. Anyway, this is something that I was actually hoping that Pokemon Company would do eventually, because there are some shiny Pokemon that just don't do well in terms of the looks and stuff like that. Like, there are some shiny Pokemon that are very...
Not in fighting form.
There are some shiny Pokemon that look great in their color scheme, but there are others that just don't do well. And this was something that, I guess, kind of inspired from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. But I would like to have had the ability to where you could change the shiny Pokemon, or at least regular Pokemon for that matter. But, you know, depending on how picky they can be, you know. Just have us...
The ones that are the worst are the ones that barely change at all.
Right.
I'd rather have an ugly shiny rather than a barely changed shiny.
But yeah, like, can you imagine having the ability to have your Pokemon be painted a different color? Like, imagine a blue Pikachu rather than a yellow or a slightly tan Pikachu.
Or you could very well base it on this stuff because Pikachu's design was actually based on this thing.
Oh,
What is that
Ooh,
thing?
like,
It's a type of mochi called Daifuku. It's a dessert mochi. Everybody
Dang.
keeps going on about how Objectmon are bad. Meanwhile, their mascot is literally based on an object.
Pikachu was based on Mochi?
Let me see if I can find the thing. This was a quote from the creator of Pikachu, being Atsuko Nishida. I didn't draw it on paper and directly designed the pixel art, so there isn't any data of it now. But the first design for Pikachu was a Daifuku-like creature in the shape of a long Daifuku with ears sticking out. It was nothing like the Pikachu we know today.
I guess that makes sense considering how this does look. The original Pikachu, which people refer to as the Fat Pikachu, that makes sense, I suppose. That would make sense.
Fat Pikachu never left, they just ended up reworking the proportions so that way it was easier to animate.
Right. But it's one of those things where it's like, you look at the original, and then it's like, oh yeah, that does make sense. Versus the today, and you're just like...
I mean, this one's still got a bit of chub.
It does, but it's a chub in a more balanced way, I suppose is the word I'm thinking of. Versus...
He's healthy.
Pikabetus.
I think I remember, like, when they did the Mighty Raids for Pikachu. I remember I refused to catch one until I found a Jumbo one, so I could just name it.
Oh yeah, here's another one that I don't really care for.
Oh. Yeah, you wouldn't even know until you look closely at it. You couldn't even tell. I imagine several people probably killed a number of these shiny Dittos.
This one is probably harder to hunt in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh god.
You'd be surprised I actually came across that one. I was like, what?
Oh
like,
gosh.
looking at it. It's just a
like I said, I hate some of these shinies.
Primeape's a little more noticeable, but not a Mankey.
Yeah. Yeah, those are fine. It's just like Marshadow, specifically for me. Like, look up Marshadow. Look
Based
at
on the
forms.
tint, it makes me think that it went to a swamp or something like that.
Oh, don't remind the Paldean Tauros can.
You know,
they were
I can actually
annoying.
tell, but you wouldn't be able to tell right up front. It took me
you
a
wouldn't.
sec, and it's like, oh,
seen-
I see it now.
I've seen some, and they're like, it's like not. You can't really
Jolteon
force them to get
isn't
a close look.
terrible, but it could be better.
I just hate the green color. If it was a lot
Green
dark,
doesn't look that bad. Like if you swapped out the white on the collar with like a bluish color, I think it would work great.
I just wish it was an actual prominent green instead of what looks like a somewhat neon/pukish color.
I've seen Vomit before. It does not look like that.
I'm just saying. It looks sickly. Flareon's pretty good.
Are you kidding?
I'll give it a. It's not that great, to be honest. I feel like Flareon's colors is like, at least Jolteon's colors are like more noticeable than Flareon's.
Wow, we've got opposite effects here. I hate the Jolteon, you guys actually like it. I like the Flareon, you guys hate it. This is definitely weird.
I never say I hate it. It's just like not my favorite.
This is pitiful. This is utterly pitiful.
I do like the colors.
I hate this. You can't even tell.
The only thing that's noticeable is like its colors are swapped. The reds are swapped with the blues. That's basically it.
And you got a darker cream color on Togetic. Oh, spoiler alerts. It's like this with Togekiss as well.
Yep.
That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't. Ugh.
I mean, at least it's somewhat more noticeable on Togekiss because the spots are also on the ears.
Yeah. But again, like someone could just mistake like thinking the colors on the opposite way.
Yeah. My favorite Pokemon deserves better.
Damn.
Like, Donphan doesn't look terrible, but Phanpy, why? Why?
I remember, like, I was playing a Scarlet Violet. I'm like, wait. I'm like trying to knock out this Phanpy. I'm like, why isn't it killing it? It's like, oh, it's shiny. What the hell? Like at nighttime, you can barely notice it.
You can tell that they definitely relied on palette swapping for a lot of these. It's strange because Generation 6, they've actually deliberately gone out of their way to decide on the shinies now.
Oh gosh, you can't even tell. You really just can't tell.
Ugh.
At that point, that's the saturation on the opposite end.
Twins, both
Here's
sides
mine
are
in for
shitty ass colors.
contextual sake.
Oh, dear
Yeah.
lord.
I do like the green on it though.
They really
Just like
didn't
it's
try
one-
for Plusle.
Yeah, that's why I love mine more.
Okay, I've been giving a lot of shit for Pokemon that barely change.
Yeah.
However, I am making exceptions for Kecleon because of lore reasons.
Of what reasons?
I mean, the blue's still there, so I'm gonna let it slide. I actually like the blue on it, so.
The reason why I'm letting this one slide is because the Pokedex entry mentions that it's able to change the color of everything on its body except that little zigzag stripe on its stomach.
I like the blue on it.
Alright, here's Burmy.
Ugh.
Wait.
And
You
here's
see-
Wormadam.
Yeah. It annoys me so much because like you have all these different forms and you decide not to change their coat.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because technically it's not part of their body.
Yeah, but still.
I hate
I mean,
that.
it's literally the same argument that you have for Tinkatink.
Yeah.
That's what made me disappointed about Tinkatink's shiny form. It's like nothing really changed about the body. It's just a mallet, and the mallet's more of a shit color than
And here's-
anything.
I don't know about Glammeow.
I like the color swap.
It's alright.
I mean, it could have been worse.
Oh yeah.
Be dealing with Chingling.
Charmeco.
For context, this is the shiny palette that Chimecho has.
I do like the slight green onto it, but it's still. Oh, don't worry me. I hate the pink. I'm sorry, I hate it.
Thank you! Thank you! I do not like that shiny Omega Garchomp whatsoever! I get they were trying to make it different enough from the regular...
Yeah.
But
I
it's
never
just like,
liked it in the
no!
first place.
No! I hate this! I hate this! Back to the drawing board!
I just want to know, like, out of all the colors, why a hot pink like that, especially for Mega Garchomp? I just don't see it.
I don't understand why they went with that.
This thing should have been a black shiny.
At least that would make more sense.
Or red to reference the beta colors.
Oh yeah, the
Let's
reference.
see. Beta Garchomp. Get ready for a complete design whiplash, but here's what Gibble, Gabite, and Garchomp looked in the Diamond and Pearl beta.
I like the orange colors. I would hug that thing.
And then here's what somebody did for a fan edit of a beta Mega Garchomp.
Yo.
I mean, they're not bad, it's just Gibble looks like a Digimon.
Kinda does.
I
There
just
is a
imagine it.
Digimon that looks like that.
Yeah, I'm just imagining the colors onto Mega Garchomp though. That's what I'm just thinking of right now.
And today, on this special episode of What's the Difference?
Much like a previous plant that we had looked at earlier.
floor.
They could have referenced any other color
Oh yeah,
for
what's his
Venus
name?
Flytrap, but they didn't.
I think this one I don't like. It's like how I don't like how some grass Pokemon have a barely changed color.
Yeah.
In regards to their shiny fucking Sunflora, Carnivine, Leafeon, you know. Yeah, that's the one I hate.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
Good lord.
You
How they
can't
tainted my voice.
tell.
Like, Glaceon
what
didn't deserve
the
this.
fuck? You could tell they were just lazy during that. There was no...
Palette swaps, I tell you, palette swaps.
All they did was that they took the little color slider and just shifted it by 1 degree. That's it.
Like, at least less. Like, yeah, it's a bit lighter, but at least it has something that can be noticeable about it. At least they could have done it for the others.
This might be considered a bit of a hot take.
Go on.
I do not care for how, when transitioning over from normal to shiny, the aura surrounding the appliances are the same.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. I hated that. I wish that, like, they kept them the same.
Or at least went with a different color, like you did with Rotom.
Yeah. Just never liked that.
Okay, these ones
Mm.
aren't too bad. They're not
Yeah,
too
those are
bad.
fun. I like
It's
Yasuo.
alright.
Then we get to Heatran.
Bro became brighter. This is like Heatran after being his shiny's like him being outside for too long and him just recently coming out the lava.
Fiona and Manaphy.
Surprisingly, not too bad.
Shaman. Alright, now we've entered Gen 5.
My boy Embor, I love Embor.
Okay, this one doesn't look terrible. It's noticeable enough.
Yeah, the Hisuian one. Oh no, I never said it was bad. I was talking about like how like the original colors for the regular Samurai.
It's not even the same colors as regular Samurott.
Yeah, I was talking about like the shinies of the other two being to like showing like their original colors. But Samurai isn't.
Stoutland's the more noticeable one out of these.
I won't forgive Alola for what they did.
At least that looks like Grover a little bit.
What do you mean you don't forgive Alola for...
What they did to my boy Stoutland.
Oh, you mean the Elder?
Yeah. I mean, it was bound to happen, but still.
I mean, if he did pass on, Ash wouldn't have an Incineroar.
Yeah. I think, dang, they really like killing the dog Pokemon in there.
See, for me, the reason why that one hits home for me is because that one aired roughly around the time my grandmother was diagnosed with final stage COPD. So I was able to relate to Litten in that situation.
Yeah. It's like, let's see, Silent died from old age, Luxray died for hyperthermia.
Isn't Luxray a cat?
Well, whatever. I just like Luxray. It just...
Insert they should have been Bert and Ernie quote here.
That would have been funny.
This is what Bulky could have looked like.
Huh.
Like yeah, it looked like it slightly changed, but I do love the colors on it, especially the green highlights on it.
Rufflet doesn't look the best, but Braviary definitely makes up for it.
Especially Hisuian, Jesus. I love
Wow.
the Hisuian one.
Yes, especially Hisuian Jesus.
Yes.
I didn't know Jesus was Hisuian.
Oh, gosh.
And now we should be moving on to Gen 6, with Froakie starting us off.
Oh, gosh.
And it's kind of a shame, especially compared to what it evolves into.
Yeah, Greninja definitely fixed it. Thank God.
Keep in mind, this is the first generation they decided to actually not rely on palette swaps. Cosmog.
I do like the shinies for, Solgaleo and,
Really? I'm surprised that you like Solgaleo. A lot of people don't.
Well, I don't have a problem with him, really, in all honesty, but then again, I hadn't used him. But I do like the shinies. Like, they stand out
No, I'm
nicely.
saying that a lot of people do not care for the red look on Solgaleo.
Wonder why. Although
Glasses
this...
pieces over there. Hang on, I need to clean my glasses.
Okay. But yeah, this is pitiful. You can't even tell a difference. It's like one darker, one lighter. That's about it.
Here's Marshadow.
Which one is which? We'll never know. Not like they care.
Here's Meltan and Melmetal. They're different enough, but I can understand why people don't like them.
I can understand it, but it's okay.
Now we move on to Gen 9 with Tandemaus. Gimme Ghoul. Oh, welcome back, Millie.
Oh yes, I came back to one of the worst shinies.
Speaking of, Chris doesn't mind shiny Solgaleo.
I mean, I didn't say it like it was. I just think the Solrock one looks better.
That's fair.
Solrock.
Yeah, Solrock. It turns red.
I'm talking about Solgaleo.
Yeah, I said Solrock's red shiny looks better than Solgaleo's.
I thought you were talking about Solgaleo and Lunala, not Lunatone and Solrock.
Oh no, I was talking about Soul Rock and Soul Galeo because they're both sun-like designs.
And I think those are the only ones to note.
Huh.
Oh, did
Interesting.
you already saw the Marsh Shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, not even
I kind of figured that was
single...
obvious. We wouldn't be at Generation 9 if I didn't cover Marshadow already.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not a difference
Only
at
knows for when it's
all.
fight.
It's like pathetically not a difference at all. And here now, a question to you. What do you think that I, a young Salvador, found Le Presse Beauty the most beautiful of all? Among the many sights that I saw. Probably say the mountains. No, that is not at all. Was this question more difficult than I thought, Blackcross?
Apparently.
The most beautiful sight of all was the face of a certain woman, caught in stunning profile. You know, that wasn't even part of the answer that you gave me. There was not a single part of that at all that was saying the woman itself. It's like mountain, ocean, town, desert. And none of it was those choices. Thanks for that sandwich you made, by the way. It was alright, I guess. Not too bad.
Really? Yes! I'm so happy you enjoyed my cooking. It must have been real tasty seeing how you were crying tears of joy and everything.
I wasn't that happy. Pump the brakes a little, Dendra. So, when's the next, meal?
Huh? Well, I mean, I'm done with my sandwich training now.
Done? Just like that? Do you maybe want to make some sandwiches together sometime?
Is that a date?
No way. Miriam's handmade sandwiches? I'm so pumped I'm gonna work up an appetite starting now.
We're making them together. You better do your part too, Dendra.
I ship it.
Oh gosh.
I ship it.
For my class, I'm thinking of having everyone run a lap around the terrarium.
That's a long ass lap.
By that, do you mean like it's a really long lap, or it's a lap made of asses?
It's just a really long lap, considering.
Okay, because I've never heard of an ass lap. I just realized that sounded like ass slap.
What do you think?
I don't know.
You're right. It might be a bit much. Guess I'm just itching to go for a run. Oh well. Okay, fine. Just a half lap then.
Where would the perimeter even start?
That would be a good question.
I hate this animation. 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 Kill it!
It sucks, but I love
Oh
Electros.
boy.
What was that you said, Millie?
I love Electros. But God, someone put him on the ground.
Honestly, the animation actively makes me put it in my least favorite Pokemon.
Like, yeah, I know he levitates, but please.
If you're going to be having him levitate, have it be in an instance where, like at least have him have the S-shaped profile. At least it's more imposing than a carp flag.
Bro's just slithering.
Like, I legit find it ridiculous how, like, let me just try to find the thing again. Somebody I knew, I'm not gonna say names, thinks that the original Gen 5 pose is worse than the Gen 6 one, because to them, Electros floating like that is supposed to be them stalking its prey.
Yeah, but I prefer the Gen 5 pose more. I like its posture. Gen 5 has a nice posture to it, and I like it for that. And plus, I like to see its full body more than just like seeing it float around like a eel. Like, yeah, I know it has levitate as its only ability, but still.
Like, the least they could have done is make it have angry eyes. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like they didn't even try.
How old do I look to you, mister? I want to say 6.
Maybe
even-
I'm telling you that.
Maybe younger. Hey, I'm not that much of a baby.
He's not.
Wait.
I
Wait.
told you she was older.
No. Wait.
Hold on.
She's...
Dwarfism.
Yeah, those are dwarfism. Some people and some kids look younger than what they expect.
Okay. Hang on. We have to talk about this, okay? We have to talk about this because this okay. So, if we're going based on normal Pokemon lore, the average age for a Pokemon trainer to start his journey is roughly 10, technically, right?
Tell that to the youngsters that look younger still.
Yeah, especially like
Either
and, people
way.
you come across.
And then you
And,
got preschoolers in black and white.
Exactly.
At any rate, though, our main character is roughly 10, and she's 9. I call bull hunky-dory as fuck.
Let's not swear in front of the kid.
Too bad. Fuck
They're
you.
all kids! Well, with the exception of, time. But that's aside the point! Ooh, if Poppy get people angsty about
not
this, I am
totally-
more so
she's-
now.
And technically, she's not exploring.
So, are we gonna trade your Oddish and my Tinkatuff?
Oh my god, I just realized we're essentially trading weed to a kid.
Weed cat.
Its dex species is the weed Pokemon.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
You think you could add in Arvin? I want to see if the conversation between him and Crispin will actually show up.
We'll go ahead and do that before we end the stream.
So, seriously, why do you always carry that frying pan around?
What are you talking about? Don't you have one hanging on? He doesn't. Unless that badminton case happens to be his frying pan. I could have sworn he had a frying pan.
Because I don't remember
Maybe
him
in
ever
the
playing
bag,
Batman.
but not out of it.
Fair. What kind of question is that? It's so I can always cook if I want to, duh. I even hug it as I go to sleep every night.
Please tell me you wash it before you clean.
That's-
before you go to sleep.
That's my thought process. It's like, hang on. What? I'm sorry. What? I'm sure even Gordon Ramsay would be like, that can't be sanitary.
It's not like you cook while you sleep, but sure.
Hey, you're carrying around a big ol' rucksack too. It's full of camping gear, yeah?
Oh, you noticed? Looks like you're quite the bright little spark yourself. With this handy bag of mine, I could do more than just whip up a meal anytime I want. I'm ready to camp out under the stars anywhere I like.
Under the stars? Like, you just sleep outdoors? Whoa, no way, that's so cool! Huh. Okay then, so, with that, so basically, next week, we'll have 5 coaches that still need to go through with their dialogues and stuff. Then we have the secret trainer, and then we have the Ace tournament.
Yeah, and then Scarlet and Violet will come to an end.
So in other words, basically, depending on how long it takes us to go through all this and everything like that, next week we'll probably have to try to make it a little bit longer stream to where that way we can have our little hide and seek thing, since we didn't get to do it today.
Yeah. Because Rio was dealing with a toothache.
Yeah. Hopefully that went well for him. But at any rate, though, guys, we'll see you all again next week, but you'll see me tomorrow. So until then, we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Catch you guys later.